This show is brought to you by Finally TV and the Village Global Network, powered by Zeno.fm, with additional monitoring by Online Radio Box. Allcrete Concrete Placement LLC for all of your concrete needs, including installation and repair of driveways, garage floors, patios, sidewalks, walkways, stairs, stamped concrete, color, seal, and epoxy, all done by one company with almost 30 years of experience. Call today for your quote. Allcrete Concrete Placement LLC, 845-413-9459. Allcrete Concrete Placement LLC. House of Barbers, located right across the street from Marist College on Route 9. House of Barbers. Call today to get your fades, regular cuts, edge-ups, beards, hot towel shaves, apparel, and gift certificates for your loved ones. Open Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 4:30, late on Friday till 7, and again open on Saturday till 4:30. Contact Sal today for your appointment or just walk in. 845-232-5036, House of Barbers.
Ooh, it's finally TV, but you don't need cable or sling to see me. Black on his soapbox, Gabe in his bag. Now that's some real black ink. Load the 9 with the mag. First take, the last take. We can juggle the top. Like a barber with the clips, the way we talk in the shop. And since life was like a movie, we gon' stick to the plot. That's why we sponsored by the brand and scrape the white off the top. Get it? That means we dope. So I'm need my brothers and sisters to stay woke. And we gon' lace the product with facts and straight jokes. The voice of the valley is here to spread hope. Supports a steep slope. They gon' have to let me cook. I don't know how to stop. From the culture to the music, anything else hot. Catch us every Tuesday once you step in the house. Cause all they really wanna know, what we talking about. I'm out.
Yeah, you already know what it is. It's your boy Gabriel, back in effect. What we talking about in the building. What's going on, good people? Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate y'all. We back, and we're gonna just keep going. We keep rolling, and we keep showing everybody that it can be done. You, me, the rest of the world. We work hard out here. You know what I'm saying? And we know how to appreciate hardworking people. And that's exactly what y'all are. That's what I am. And that's why we vibe so much. Understand? So shout out to everybody out here that's tapping in. I see Angie's in the building. What's going on, Monster? Yo, man, what's good, man? Thanks, man. I appreciate that. That's actually it's a revamped version of the old intro that I did. I want to make a new one too. Shout out to Angie. Shout out to Monster, man. Shout out to everybody in the building right now. I'm going to have, hey, good evening, good evening. I've already said it once, but we can say it again. You know, this show is brought to you by Finally TV and the Village Global Network, powered by Zeno.fm, with additional monitoring by Online Radio Box. And it's important for me to get that off today. And I'm going to tell you why. If things go the way they're supposed to go, we're going to be joined by a very special gentleman, a veteran. Somebody had been there, done that with this music business. You know what I mean? Somebody that, just know what up. Got a little experience in the game. So hopefully things will go exactly as planned, and we will get that brother up here. I am talking about none other than Mr. Kool Kim himself of the UMCs of Blue Cheese fame. You already know. If you're not already, please just minimize this screen right quick. Do me right quick and hit the like button for me. There's about 11, 12 of y'all in here. Just hit that like for me, please. I need it. I don't know why YouTube and Facebook is like this, but they're real sentimental with these damn likes and whatnot. So I'm not too sure why, okay? But it be happening like that. So if you don't hit the like, they just don't tell people it's live, and it's crazy. And everybody be following me and saying, yo, I didn't even see it was live. Like, that's crazy to me. So I try to share it as much as I can. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is, right? I hope y'all had a beautiful, beautiful week since the last time I saw y'all. I did. I had a good week. I just been working hard. I think it's that time of year, right? It's spring. First day. Shout out to the first day of spring, right? But I think we're all in that mode of like, now it's like the execution, right? You had your resolutions, you're getting through the year, you filed your taxes, you're waiting for all that to come back, right? And now if you got the crib or the car or the kids, like now things are starting to percolate. Now things got to change over. You got to get the right clothes out here. Everything changed. I understand, right? And I just think with that comes less and less time. Yo, what's going on? What's going on? We got DLP in the building. What's going on? Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to Kim jumping on, man. I told him to join me, a little bit after the intro, because I love to say what's up to y'all and just tap in and make sure y'all all feeling good. So hit me in the comments, man. Just let me know you're here. Just let me know you're here. All 12, 13, just say something in the comments right now. Fire emoji. How about a round of fire emojis for what we talking about coming back? Yo, this is the 6th season. This is the 6th season of this show, if you could believe that. Which is it's amazing. We're getting into it. Finally, TV 7 years old. I did this a year after with Black. You know what I'm saying? And I did a few of his collab. Oh yeah. Yeah, he seems like a really dope dude, DLP. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, Mons. Mons, I like the YouTube experience too, right? Like, I don't know. I think I almost prefer that one only because you can mess around on your phone still. You know what I'm saying? Like when you watch on Instagram and Facebook, it forces you to be like just with me. You can't do nothing else but just hear me talk about what we talking about, right? So like that's not like entirely fair, because even the most like notable podcasters out there, you know what I'm saying? You can just put it as background noise and just listen to it while you're doing your life, and then, yo, what up, Shad? What's going on? I appreciate you. Right, boys in the building. You already know you're going to see them tomorrow, 7 p.m. every Wednesday on all 3 platforms. Although, Shad, today, much like you were having like a couple weeks ago, StreamYard does not want to play nice with Instagram today. I don't know why. I did everything the same, everything the way I normally do, and it just won't pick up on Instagram. Luckily, I was smart today, and I put in my story on Instagram that I am live right now. So shout out to everybody that's coming over here based on that. I appreciate y'all. I really, really do. But this week, we got a dope week lined up, man. We got some things to talk about. We got some things on. I want to wait for Kim to come on, but I want to talk about like fake news type stuff, and how like, people be feeling like 100% okay to just put any old news out there for the clicks, man. That's crazy to me. And maybe that's why, it's been a slow organic growth for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not really willing to bend the truth or have like egg on my face. You know what I mean? So like, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? With that whole Loaded Lux thing. Y'all in the battle rap world, y'all know what I'm talking about. That was foul this morning when I woke up, but I won't wait for Kim, and maybe we'll talk about that a little bit more on here. But yeah, man, interesting week. I think, first day of spring always marks, more work for your boy. We're going to be outside. You know how that go. So shout out to everybody who's going to be outside getting dirty every day after work and on the weekends. You know what I mean? That's going to be my life for the next couple months, but it's all good. I do appreciate y'all tapping in right now. Make sure you hit that like and hit that share. We're going to talk about music today. A lot of music stuff, music related stuff, right? I want to talk a little bit more about this whole Tyson Paul thing, like a little bit. I want to talk about, we got some healthy habits coming up. I want to talk about fame versus privacy. I want to talk about your thoughts on voting. I want to know what type of movies y'all want to see. And yo, are the Knicks for real? Are the New York Knickerbockers for real out here? Is that for real? They look good. I know it's not the same Golden State team, but still Golden State put up, Golden State put up 112 and we still beat them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's not like they wasn't scoring. That's kind of dope. I think that, see what Kim think about that. And then Cardi, man, we're gonna talk about Cardi B. I think I've said it to y'all before on this channel. Yo, what's going on, Mr. Catchwreck in the building? What's goody, sir? Make sure you're hitting that like. Make sure you're wiping your feet when you come in here. Hit that like for me. Hit that share. You know I appreciate all of that up in here. I've said it before on this show. Like I don't like to call myself a purist fan or whatever you want to say. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. You know what I'm saying? I just have a certain type of hip hop that I like. That's really all it is, right? And like I don't always vibe with like the commercial new wave stuff, right? So like you wouldn't expect me to say this, but yo, I rock with Cardi B. And here's the thing. I rock with her for the same reason I rock with Taylor Swift. You know what I'm saying? And it's because they're just genuine girls. They really like just come off and present themselves in like a genuine way, and like really no shame in their game about how they go about their things. You know what I'm saying? And I love that about Cardi. I think she's never really, I mean, as far as I know, it's not like I know her like that, but she's never really came away from what she says she is, and she doesn't really step out of that lane. She's like, this is it. You know what I mean? And it's kind of dope. And that's why I rock with her. So when she be dropping stuff, like I'm always listening with I'm not sitting there like judging her on the bars and how she's saying it. I'm really just listening to what she's actually saying. You know what I mean? And she usually has some pretty good points, She be getting mad, man. She be getting petty too, but you know what I'm saying? She, it's part of the character for her. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Cardi, man. Shout out to the Village Global Network. Appreciate y'all to the fullest. And of course, it's been playing to my left and to your right, or your left and my right. It's been playing. Shout out to the sponsors, man. House of Barbers. A bunch of beautiful people over there doing their thing right across from Marist College on Route 9 out there. So make sure you check them out. And then, All Creek Concrete Placement. Great people, 30 years of experience, like it says in the commercial. They offer financing now. So like if you have a project at your crib, or you're a business owner and you need like sidewalks done or new building put up, anything in between really with concrete work, you'll want to hit up All Creek. They do offer financing now, make it a little bit easier for you to do it. I know some markets are up, some markets are down. So if you're in one that's down, it might help you out to do some financing with them. So that's All Creek. Go ahead and check them out. And as promised, everybody, I do have a guest. It's not just me here, okay? I told you, I would have somebody with me. I know y'all love me, but you don't love me all the way. You don't love me for 90 minutes every Tuesday by myself all the time. And I get it. So I promised I would have a co-host, and my co-host has shown up, and I'm just going to wait for him to give me the thumbs up so I can make sure he ready. I think he ready. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we have a very special guest host today. A legend in his own right. This game of hip hop has seen him do things early. Been there. What you talking about? My man has been in this culture for quite some time. I think it was 1991. Blue Cheese hit the scene. And yeah, man, I don't think he's looked back since then, man. He's done his thing. NY Oil in the building. It is the one and only Kool Kim of the UMCs. What's going on, good sir?
What's up, King? What's going down, yo?
Chilling, man. Thanks for joining me, brother. I'm happy to have you.
Yeah, man. I'm glad to be here, man. Shout out to my brother DOP in the building. You know what I'm saying? I see him out there. Yeah. What's up with you, Cad? Gabe, what's good, man? What we gonna talk about today, man? I heard you got a lot of stuff on your plate.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I went and got suicided. I went and shaved.
All right.
I might have overshaved now. Look like I don't got no beard and no facial hair. I don't know what's going on right now. So my situation is critical right now, Gabe. All right. So I need a lot of support today from you. I'm gonna need insight. I'm gonna need coaching. Just walk me through it today, brother. All right. Be gentle with me today. All right.
I got you, King. Hey, yo, check it. So where you're sitting right now is playing perfect for your situation. If you're trying to hide yourself, you got the sun shining on you. You're like a shining beacon of light right now, bro.
Yeah. Now everything is beautiful. I'm looking. I got. It's the setting sun right now. I'm here in sunny Augusta, Georgia. Though the sun is setting, I got that nice golden orange hue on me right now.
All right.
I feel like $1 million right now, bro. Come on, man.
You look like $1 million, brother.
Oh, thank you, man. I try, man. I succeed often, but sometimes I just try. So we gotta just, you know, we gotta take the highs with the lows, yo.
Shout out to you. You know what's dope is that, you know, DLP is actually somebody that I went to high school with.
Nah,
You
really.
know? Yeah, so I've known him for quite some time. You know, we've rapped together. I've rapped over DLP loops, and you know what I mean, because he used to just make loops right in the crib using the little 10-second sampler on the mixer and all that. He was so happy to do that, you know. So we would just kick raps over loops that he would make up and all that, and he loved. I remember distinctively the and he'll remember this, the Who Got the Props beat. When Black Moon dropped that instrumental, there wasn't a happier kid on the planet than Dave Diaz, brother. I'm telling you right now.
I know that's right.
He loved that beat, man. I wonder if he still does. I wonder if he has a soft spot for that beat, because man, did he play that one. But I think, see how it's small world, man? Such a small world.
Yeah. I mean, you know, that's what makes it dope though. Cause you know, like, you know, you never know really who, what's what, how it's, you know, it's just, you know, and I think it's a good opportunity to remind yourself to be humble, because you can mess around and offend somebody and don't realize who that person is, or what, you know what I'm saying, not knowing who they affiliate with, who love them or not, you know what I mean?
Talk about
so, you know, that's always something to consider when the growing right there, fella, you heard? So,
well,
but it's good to be remembered well by people and connect well with people and have a good vibe, and people say, yo, because, you know, I remember years ago, Fat Joe had this rhyme where he was like, yo, you know, I'd rather be feared than loved, because fear, this and that, you know, and that's young, tough guy talk, you know. So, you know, he a grown man now. I'm sure he, you know better than that now. But, you know, when you think about it, a lot of people thought that people being scared of you or being like, you know, wary of you or whatever, respecting you like that way was the most important thing. But, you know, people having love for you, man, and remembering you well and having great memories connected to you, and being able to be like, yo, that's a good dude right there, man. You know what I'm saying? That's my man. It's a good guy. That's where that phrase comes from when people utter it. That's my guy right there, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I know something from here, yo, he's a good dude. You know, smile when they talk about you.
Right.
Good thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know how that go though. You know what I'm saying? Just musing a little bit. That's all.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. And that's the type of talk that I love on the show, man. And again, I thank you for joining. This is what we're talking about. You're actually on episode 2 of season 6 of this show, believe it or not. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So shout out to that. Shout out to King Blackout. I usually do the show with him. He's doing awesome things right now, so he's not able to join the show just quite yet. And so in the interim, I told him, I said, yo, I'm gonna keep the seat warm for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I've been trying to get quality people, quality conversationalists with me on the show. And last week I hit a home run with Hollywood Herb. He's a local celebrity around my way, doing his thing with the team. He's got a band and such. And he was a great conversation last week. And now here I go. I follow that up with a veteran of the game, legendary Kool Kim of the UFC. So I'm feeling like $1 million too, bro.
Come on, then. That's what I want to hear about. That's what we talking about today. We talking big numbers right now, man. Great things.
That's
Number of progress and progression, man. You heard?
That's it. Speaking of that, you know, I like to do something on here. Let me change this up just a little bit. I've been working on things over here, so we're gonna get into certain topics. I could change around the look a little some, you know.
Take your time, you know what I'm saying? Get it right. You know how we doing. Everybody here, it's hip hop. If something ain't right or something ain't, you know, it's a little weird. If everything just go too, oh, there we go. Now we looking like we sharpening it up. We took the background off. We ain't in space no more.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So we going through. We going through the sections now. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Whoa, okay. I apologize, King. This is a professional operation. I realize this at this point now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I clearly underestimated your efforts. Please, sir, continue. I'm on point now, though. No, wait. Let me just say, I see what's happening.
Okay.
I'm gonna be right in. I'm ready now. Let's do it. Let's go.
All right.
Let's go. Here it is.
Listen, so it's just the rundown, right? This is where we just we're gonna cruise through a couple of trending topics here and there, things that I see on my Instagram, things that I see maybe trending worldwide. It could be anything in between. And what's on my mind right now is real talk, right? So, real talk, REEL, right? You're familiar with Instagram. I seen a reel out here that said it had Dr. Dre saying, "Hey, I don't care what you's talking about. Eminem is the best MC ever, hands down. I don't care. Nobody's touching Eminem on the mic, period." And it was like, well, what do y'all think? You know, and of course, you're gonna get both sides of the spectrum, right? Hell no, hell yes. Why even ask? Why are you asking this? You know what I mean? And everything in between. The one comment that's stuck out like a sore thumb to me, and I'd love to get your take on this, is my man said, hell no, because Eminem isn't even part of the rap culture. So how can he be considered the best ever?
Well, I say it's difficult because he had to expand on some components to that statement. You know what I mean? Some of that needs clarity. Like, you know what I mean? It's a little
Right.
too open ended. You know what I'm saying? Meaning to
Yeah.
say, when he says Eminem isn't a part of the rap culture,
Mm-hmm.
what does he consider the rap culture? I would need that constant first, like to
Right.
understand where the baseline is for the rap
Mm-hmm.
culture. You know what I'm saying? If he says that, yeah, I mean, if he says that, it's like, yo, that's a significant question because there's a great argument that Eminem is steeped in his culture. In fact, the
Right.
reason why he rhymes and sounds the way he sounds is
Mm-hmm.
because of the proximity he placed himself
Mm-hmm.
in with other MCs who are at that caliber.
Right.
Now, if you live in Chicken Road somewhere, right,
Mhm.
over in West Bubble, you're
Right.
not gonna know who's nice in the world.
Right.
You
Right.
would you was called like I'm a big fan of manga, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying, and manhwa and stuff like that. Those are Japanese and Korean comic books and stuff like that, right?
Okay. Okay.
So they got this saying that they say on about cats. It's usually said when somebody overestimated themselves or underestimated their opponent.
Mm-hmm.
They be like, "See, you a frog in the well," and you're like, "What? You a frog in the well?"
Mm.
And you know, like, damn, what that, what does that mean,
Yeah.
right? You know what I'm saying? But if you're a frog in a well, when you look up, all you see is this much sky, this little circle of sky. You think the sky is a small, manageable thing.
Okay.
You understand what I'm
Okay.
saying? You think the sky is a small, manageable thing. You may not be dependent on orientation of that well. You may not ever see the sun to even
Mm-hmm.
know the sun exists. It
Mm.
just so happens that at a certain time in the day, it brighten up, the sky turn light blue, or maybe whatever shade of cloudy it is that day,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And you turn around and then it's night. You're not even aware that there's a sun if you are
Right.
probing in a well, depending on where that well is oriented. So this is what a lot of hip hop fans are like, unfortunately. And it saddens me because I'm saying hip hop fans, I won't say hip hop curators, I won't say maybe hip hop connoisseurs,
Mm-hmm.
hip hop patrons,
Mm-hmm.
maybe not so much. You know what I mean? But I would definitely say it about hip hop fans, a lot of casuals, a lot of wannabes and stuff like that. You know, they want to be in the conversation and the parts of the conversation where proximity fails them. And so they don't really know what's going on. You're not really hip to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And so you pontificating on things that you lack the background information. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's like if you was there, you could know. So like, I. So you could say, I'm trying to do one that sounds sensible. All right, so you could say, yo, Kool Kim, you know, oh, that's the dude from Blue Cheese. Oh, smiling dudes, and whatever person got in their mind of the
Mm-hmm.
song or the vibes or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you could be like, you know. Yeah, they all right. You know what I'm saying? They all right. They all right. Rappers, whatever. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You know, you're not really giving it any thought.
Right.
And I say to you, all right, well, Kool Kim one of the hottest dudes now. Like everybody talking about son, cause yo, he be on Instagram killing it with these 1 minute takedowns.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? New ones be up every Thursday. He's in the middle of he's in the middle of season. So,
Mm-hmm.
but all the guys just to fit that in, right?
You got
Right,
it. You got it.
right.
Shameless
Right,
plug.
narrated my own situation, right? Now, but I could be like, yo, son, nice. You should check him out.
Right. Right.
Nah, I don't even know nothing about all that. You know what I'm saying? And then now you trying to talk about whether I'm nice or not. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, how can you talk about whether I'm nice or not if you don't even like know my body of work? You don't even know my like. You're not even checking for me.
Right.
Like you're
Right.
just saying stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yo, it's not even an opinion. It's just people just be saying stuff. And it's
That's
like, yo,
fact.
fam, you gotta kind of like you gotta there's a qualifier for an opinion as well. Like this requires some level
Mm-hmm.
of like being informed on like yo
Right.
knowing what's going on. Like yo, son. So again, to the original point is to bring that one in for Landon.
Mm-hmm.
You can see what you in for tonight.
Let it go.
You can see what you're for. Like, oh man, he's a
Listen.
talker. He's a
Yep.
talker, folks. Here we go.
Yo, let's go. That's why you here, King. That's why you here. You know what I'm
It's gonna
saying?
be a long one,
Right.
yo. Six
Hey.
hours from now, you're gonna be like, yo, this is one of my favorite interviews, but dang, this is we talked about a lot of things today.
Listen, let me tell you, the beauty of it, Kim, the beauty of it is we only got 90 minutes. So I will get us through. I will navigate us
Crazy.
through this 90 minutes.
It never goes that way, yo. You know what I'm saying? When the better the interview, the less
The
on format it goes, yo. Nah, but
very
just let me just bring this home real quick because I do want to just say this clearly.
yeah.
I think Eminem is a great MC. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I think that he is he is so dynamic and gymnastics lyrically are awesome. He is a student of the art because I know this for a fact because I know the people that he was around. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's not like I'm just
Saying it.
basing it off of being wherever I'm at talking about it. No, I would, he was involved with the outsiders. I was involved with the outsiders, as well. And so, that was one of them ones where you had to be nice to be able to be engaged with these dudes. These dudes was purists. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
There's a few people who he was around that are lyrical pugilists that are cats that was in the like, yo, rhyme, yo. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? These cats would come, we would get up in the morning and
Mm-hmm.
go to Washington Square Park
Mm-hmm. Where the
and be
killers are.
there, yeah, and just be getting it in all day. You know what I'm saying? Just spitting from the rhyme books off the dome, freestyling, whatever you had, you was giving it up.
Yep.
And you was out there 1 o'clock in the
Mm-hmm.
afternoon doing that, 11 o'clock in the morning doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you was finding out where it was going to be at that night. You was going to be. That's why you had a backpack. That's why I called it a backpack era because you had a backpack on because you had to. That's how it was.
Yep.
You had to change your clothes in that backpack. You heard?
Yep.
All
Yep.
of that to say that if you wasn't there for stuff like that, you're not going to be hip to people that was in there doing their thing, putting in their work.
Yeah.
And so to say that he's not in the culture
It's
is
crazy. It's
uninf-
crazy to me.
it's just uninformed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's uninformed.
He's he's one of those people that he has a very big spotlight on him. You know what I'm saying? There's a big magnifying glass on him too, and he without failure gives credit to the not I'm gonna say appropriate, but some of our true legends of the game. That's who he shouts out. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the top people are people that he just sits there and just pays homage to all the time. You know what I mean? So somebody like that knows what's going on. I don't know. I don't know how you could say he's not part of the culture. You could say anything else. You could say I don't like the content of his rhymes. I don't like what he does with women and with his mom. And okay, cool. But to say he's not part of the culture, that's crazy, man. That's
I
crazy.
mean, I think that the real discussion to be had if we're saying that this person that made this statement
Mm,
was inferring that culture was defined as a racial component.
right, I was gonna say, like, just being straight black or white type of thing.
It'd be black or Latino,
Mm,
and to say, well,
mm-hmm.
whites have a terrible history,
Right.
full stop. Then whites have a terrible history of their engagement with blacks
Mm-hmm.
with with music in the music industry. And unfortunately, uh one of the things that we've observed in these decades of us being in the, scores of years now being in this industry and being jerked by it is that it's as if there's this desire. It's in the music industry, and it's also very prevalent in sports, specifically track and field, and no, not track and field, but specifically boxing, where there's a desire for a great white hope.
Mm-hmm.
And so, when black music was called race music
Mm-hmm.
years ago,
Mm-hmm.
uh, you couldn't get played because they wouldn't play race music, you know.
Right.
Um, so then they have someone like Buddy Holly come along, or Elvis Presley, or any number of people come along and recut those songs
Mm-hmm.
and emulate the style, but it would be whitewashed. You know what I'm saying? And so you have artists that have this experience of being these regard Elvis the greatest, the king. That dude was the king of kings for a while. I grew up in a time when Elvis Presley, long dead at this point,
Mm-hmm.
was like people were still talking about they was citing him. Like, yo, it's the Elvis Presley sighting. You remember that? Yo, I
Right.
don't know if
Oh yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
dating myself, but
No, I
yo,
remember that. That
yo,
was
you
a
remember
thing.
that? Yo, hey, so
That was
often
the thing.
you could get an Elvis Presley sighting in the news, like,
Facts. It
Mary
was happening
Johnson.
to Tupac a little bit. It happened to Pac too a little bit. A little bit.
Yeah, we
Pac
had
like
that with Pac. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like that's crazy.
yeah.
I got
Yeah.
one for you on that one, if the time permits. But suffice to say that there's a real discussion there, man. There's a discussion about how blacks in this country were not allowed to patent their their creations,
Like the inventions.
their inventions. Right? They weren't able to patent them, so they would have to be patented through a third party, generally a white person. And so nowhere on the patent would that creator's name be on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so this person would just, now you got big giant businesses that's built around somebody else's patent. If you want an example of it, look at Ford Motors. Look at,
Mm-hmm.
that everybody think that Henry Ford created the automobile, which he didn't. What Henry Ford did, which was amazing,
Right.
was he developed the uh conveyor. What is it? The assembly line.
Okay.
And he had a very revolutionary mind in terms of business, where he
Mm-hmm.
understood that he'd rather sell a car for a penny. He said, "Russ, a million cars for $1 than one car for $1 million." He understood the value of a wide customer base,
Mm-hmm.
and that you could diversify products to said customer base. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. And
Oh, my
right.
hip hop heads should really take note of this stuff, because I don't be saying stuff randomly. Like these things that I'm saying, like if you apply them to a lot of stuff, you would think about, like, whoa, this is this is a hip hop thing as well. Understanding that
Right.
having a low cost product that you can sell to a wide customer base is important. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
mean, this is a business
Absolutely.
in general. But back
Mm-hmm.
to the initial point, which was that we have a history of these things, of crooked dealings and achievements being stolen, and patents being, so this is generational wealth, land being stolen,
Mm-hmm.
intellectual property being stolen. And so, and then we have this other thing that's this weird component. I feel like it's not the issue with, and this is the thing when you talk about race in hip hop and you talk about race in general, and with white people about this sort of thing, right? white people often take the position, and I'm assuming much. I'm assuming that I know what white people take, but based on the conversations that I've had, the feedback that I get has generally been of this or the point of view of like hey, listen, we not, I don't know nothing about none of this. I just like the music, baby. Like, yo, I was chilling one day. A friend of mine came outside. They was playing whatever I heard on the radio that time. That just sounded amazing to me. I got whisked away and I fell in love with the music, the culture, the people, and it just changed my life. And that's me. And I don't understand why it's such a big deal that every time that I'm engaged in this culture with y'all, there's this barrier that exists for me. That's like I belong, but I'm a guest. I'm down, but I'm not down. I gotta watch my mouth. So I'm really not really I'm not really welcome because I know if I say that I can't say everything y'all saying, and I can't do all the shit y'all doing and go to places y'all go because I might not be safe in these spaces. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, that's a real concern, but this is the beauty of hip hop because it offers us a window into things that we did not realize what it felt like to experience. It's not a great experience to not be able to be judged by the quality of one's character, but the color of one's skin. Like how crazy is that? That. That's what Eminem is really a victim of. Ultimately, that he it's difficult for him to be able to defend, to shake the negative connotations that he's an Elvis or a this or that. I guess it's always gonna be difficult for him, especially when people are not aware of the effort that he put in to become as good as he is right now. But respect to him, man. You know what I'm saying? I hope that he, I'm a little concerned because I feel like he's missing a step right now.
Who, Em?
Yes, I'm a little concerned.
The Doomsday 2, I know people really like it, but like to me it was lazy Eminem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A little bit lazy, but I feel like he's like done with this whole Benzino thing too. He's probably over it just as much as we're tired of hearing about it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Whatever. All the best to everybody involved.
I think that's I think needs to be a discussion at some point. I ain't going to breach the topic too heavy, but suffice to say that at some point, let's reconvene at some later date and really discuss whether or not you can call people great if their skill set or whatever makes them great represents just an error. Like you should always be great if you're great. Hip hop, rap, MCing is a intellectual pursuit. It's an artistic pursuit. It's a mental pursuit. It's not a physical thing.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So there's no excuse and no reason for you not to be better over time.
Well, I mean, not for nothing, your brain can also decline in function as well. It doesn't always get better. You're just blessed. You're blessed. Remember that.
Well, I am blessed. You heard? You know what I'm saying? And that's a part of what makes somebody dope. Like some people were blessed with amazing opportunities that I wasn't afforded. And so their career is an amazing career, fam. What you gonna say? You gonna be mad because their situation is dope? Like, it ain't you. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do, King? I know how I feel. I be feeling that way. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna freaky dicky, baby? What you gonna do? But what I'm saying is, it's really more of a situation where it's like, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I just think, it's the challenges of being hip hop, yo. It is. It's the challenge of being hip hop, and you gotta, and everybody's got a challenge, and everybody's bringing that challenge to the table. And I also think that though, we have to really kind of turn the screws on the notion of people being goats and all this stuff and being like, yo, son, if you're not nice right now, you're not a goat because you're not great in this time.
Mm. We gonna table that. We
Yeah.
got to table that right there because that is a dope right there. That's a whole hour long discussion that we can
You
have.
know it is.
Yeah, it is.
That's a dope. That you know that's the Instagram clip right there.
Yeah, that's gonna be a dope one. So let's
That's a great
table
game.
that.
It held nice too. We let it sit for a minute. So this is a great clip right here. We gonna run with this one.
That's it. That's it. Yo, so let me shout out people in the comments that's shouting you out.
Yeah,
Shout out
shout
my
out to
boy.
Monster. He said when the growing was his joint. That's what's up, King.
And he still got Fruits of Nature on vinyl. That's a true thing. He has a lot of good classic vinyl, so I'm not surprised that he has your joint. Shout out to
amazing.
95 South Podcast was in the building. Salute to you too, fam. And then as the aforementioned co-host of last week, Hollywood Herb, was in the building, and he saw you right away. He said you were speaking facts, but he wanted to know greatest rapper of all time, M or Rakim?
That's his question.
Yep.
For
you.
I, yo, King, King Herbert, you know what I'm saying? Peace, King. First off, forgive me because I'm gonna reject your question. You heard? I'm not gonna reject it like I'll reject you. Like I'm with you, King. You know the vibes. But I'm saying the reason why I reject the question is because to me, as an MC, all right, that's me speaking as my personal MC ethic that I've been rocking with all my life. This is what's seen me through the art. So this is definitely subjective, all right?
Okay.
At some point in my life, right? At some point in my life, I started writing rhymes and rhyme books. You heard?
Mm-hmm.
I would write my rhymes and things like this. These things. These are old. It's a marble notebook, but anybody have a good marble notebook know how them joints be. The cover be coming off. But blue cheese is in this right here.
Okay, that's dope. It's gonna end up in a music, bro.
Yeah, yo, these is rhymes. These are like real rhymes. You know, so like I could tell you just for this purpose and not trying to take too long, but I could have showed you the rhyme book for as MRO. Y'all should all get lynched. All this. So when you read in your own rhyme books, right? And I try to make this brief. You read your own rhyme books and you're looking back at stuff and you're saying to yourself, it's like reading a diary. That's why even though when Biggie and all of them was out, they was talking all this, I make my whole album without even writing. That wasn't impressive to me because there's an art to writing. Like writing is important, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not no egghead talk. It's important. Like it's like your roadmap. It's his story. It's your history.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I can at any point in my life go back and see in 82 what my 1982 self was feeling.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like my 11-year-old self, son.
Yeah, it's your journal.
Right? So now watch this. I'm reading this stuff, right? This is my second rhyme. This is all built on this question. The question. It's my second rhyme. My wisdom born from the knowledge I've acquired through my teachings. Presidents and poets, successfully I'm preaching. Orations to the masses, my seat upon an altar. Like a Spanish Inquisition, they awaited me to falter. A reproachment to the ranking of the residential status. A mint in great volume to make you feel ecstatic. An elaborate invention that'll render you will learn a coordination that the matrix of the energy and on and on and on, right?
Yeah.
Second rhyme. It's my second rhyme I ever wrote.
Yeah.
First line is my wisdom born from the knowledge I've acquired through my teaching. I was freaking 15 years old. Who the hell did I teach?
Yeah, Rakim, you was listening to a lot of rock.
Nah. Here's the thing, bro. Okay, check me out, okay? Here's the thing. What I had determined, and I'm not no Bible beater. I'm not super Abdul. I'm not going, I don't sell my religious point of view. I'm telling you about my personal experience is all I'm telling you about.
Okay, yeah.
Is I've discovered to me that being an artist, being an MC, especially a word, verbal one, is a divine thing. It's like is like having being artistic is like having a main line into a higher thing.
Mm-hmm.
If we was comic books, it would be like we mutants.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we would be able to tap into, we're able to tap into something that the average human being generally can't do. A
No.
average human being generally have a hard time speaking in public, much less rhyming words and phrases and doing syllabic math. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying is, and just to put a a pin in it,
Mm-hmm.
is that if you really about this thing and you really nice with this lyric game, man, you really put these rhymes together for real, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
then you realize that these things we write don't come from us, they come through us. You see what I'm saying? It's a something bigger than us is giving us the license to do this with words and say things that sometimes we be speaking our death in existence. Tupac spoke his death in existence. Slick Rick spoke a tragedy, his own imprisonment into existence in Children's Story. We got instances where somebody basically prophesized their own situations in their rhymes. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? And so when we look at what words are, when we look at, if you look biblically, right?
Mm-hmm.
They say in the beginning there was what? The word. In the
Mm-hmm.
beginning there was the word. When you look in Islam, right? The
Mm-hmm.
Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when the Injil came to him and wanted him to start speaking the Quran, they told him to what? Recite. Prophet Muhammad was illiterate by all accounts. You heard? And
Mm-hmm.
so he started saying Quran. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Like that rhymes. The Quran
Mm-hmm.
rhymes. It's
Mm-hmm.
poetry. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? When you look at Wiccans and witches, right? Wicca and Wiccan is earth match, is earth religion. That's what witches are, you know what I'm saying? And so when you look at them, what do? They cast spells. You know what I'm saying? Rubble double boil and bubble fire, rubble double toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. They writing rhymes. Those
Mm-hmm.
are spells that they casting. If you sit down and go to a spelling bee, you go to a spelling bee and you spell words because words are spells.
Right. Right.
And if you play a song on the radio long enough, can't stand that song. Yeah, I hate this song.
Mm-hmm.
3 weeks later, I'm in here like, I'm in the second. I'm all in that. I'm rocking that joint because the spell has been cast on me. And I'm not here to tell nobody. Promise you, I'm not here to be beating nobody in the head
Mm-hmm.
with none of that type of stuff. Like, I'm gonna get in a tinfoil hat, whip out my, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, my tinfoil, yo, the rap cabal and the entertainment. I'm not on that time. I'm on common sense time.
But Kim,
And what common
but Kim.
sense time tells me is that if you do something that's so artistic, you don't compare impressionist artists to surreal artists. You don't compare, Dizzy Gillespie to, freaking, Miles Davis, or, like what, who does that? You don't compare,
Mm-hmm.
Denzel Washington's body of work to, you know, Wesley Snipes or freaking, Samuel Jackson. Because
Mm-hmm.
to make it have any validity, you would have to compare numbers and like box office numbers and, payouts and, film reach. And that has nothing really to do with the artist. People that you think is dope, not because they're actually dope, is because there's a marketing team and a sales team and a radio team and a whole bunch of people that say yes and a whole bunch more that say no that exists to make a way for the artists that we all like. This is business. This is
Mm-hmm.
not happenstance. You understand what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So the people that you love and like ain't loving and liking them because you thinking that you love and liking them. You love and liking them because someone told you to love and like them. And
You
if
believe
that's the
that for
case,
everybody though?
it
You believe that for
rejects the
everybody?
argument or even the discussion or the question as a matter of just basic common sense that there's a greatest rapper at all.
Mm.
Because here's
That's
the other ill
interesting thought.
thing.
That's an interesting thought.
People think that Nas is a conscious rapper. No
Mm-hmm.
slight to Nas. Great
Mm-hmm.
rapper. Great
Mm-hmm.
MC.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how you you get Nas as a conscious rapper? You know what I'm saying? You know, I
No.
could see you getting him as maybe like a street
Storyteller. He's
poet,
a story.
street laureate. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he's
Where
a
he
storyteller.
tell the stories of the street. You know, on the streets, gun crack,
Mm.
back. You
I
know,
would think more
he gonna give you
Talib.
that,
Mhm.
but he not conscious.
No,
You know what I'm
I think
saying? In fact, if you
Talib
listen to his
and
music
Ghost.
over the years, he said things that are quite contrary
Mhm,
to that point of view, right?
mhm,
But um, yo, if you Raheem from West wherever, right?
mhm.
Yo, you hear Nas. You hear this dude.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like you hear him. Like, yo, son, no, I hear son. Son is fire. You started reading books based on what you heard Nas say. Who
Mhm.
all the darn, yo, that's pops. I'm doing the Nas it is. You start. So next thing you know, you hear this dude so well, you were educated and enlightened through his music. How am I gonna
Right.
tell you he's not the greatest?
Mhm.
You have a direct, you identify with this dude directly. I'm directed out. I get this dude. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Mhm. Mhm.
Let me see something real quick because I feel like I'm not hearing you. And I'm talking. I'm going right now. I'm like, I'm talking, and I'm not
You
even hearing them hit me with the right now. Hold
you
on, let me
you
make sure I can hear you real quick. Give me a
you
mic check real quick,
one
King.
check, 1 2 1 2.
All
Can you
right,
hear
yeah,
me?
you just a little low. Okay, I just want to make sure
Oh,
I can hear you at all,
yeah,
King.
I
I
was
don't be
wondering
that.
'cause I tried to interrupt you like 3 times, but you go.
Yeah, I be
You
going. I, you know what I'm saying? My bad, yeah. That's
I
why I had
still
to
love
check.
it.
Like I'm like, yo, something's fishy right here. I'm
You
talking a
getting
little
dry
long,
mouth.
right?
You getting dry mouth. You're like, yo, how is this a talk show? yo, but Herb Hollywood brings up some good points because he was just saying too that in music it's normal for people to get to a certain point commercially and then they pursue the self-serving technical part of the art form after the fact, which I get because then you have time to do so. In the beginning, you're hustling and you're pursuing everything with your God-given talent that you have naturally, and then you from there you build on it. So that kind of makes sense to me. Um, he says that M is the only one of these rappers that has a stigma that he fell off, but I don't think that's true though, Herb. I don't think that's true, Hollywood. I
He said,
think
wait.
there's
He said Eminem is one of these rappers that what?
that has the stigma that he fell off. But
Man,
I think
every rapper has this stigma that he felt off, King.
I believe that. I believe
Every
that.
rapper that was on
Mm-hmm.
after they was off fell off.
Right. Right.
Who I mean who Big Daddy Kane was on. Then at some point he fell
Right.
off, right?
Right. To everybody else, yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
who and Big Daddy Kane never fell off.
Right.
He
Right.
just ceased to be
Putting out.
on a major record label
Right.
that had $1 million budget
Mm-hmm.
to promote
Mm-hmm.
whatever he's doing so that you would and I would know, the layman would be hip to the fact that
Right.
he's still rocking.
Right.
But because he don't have that powerhouse team, he
Mm-hmm.
can't do that.
I
So
think he wants it.
you know he does. You heard?
You
But
think?
now here's the thing.
Mhm.
Eminem does.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
if Eminem does have that capacity,
Mm-hmm.
and listen, fam, it's all right. So one thing we got to stop doing as hip
Mm-hmm.
hop too, especially as uh supporters of this music, is we gotta we get a little too we getting a little too Pokemonish with hip hop and throwing out Pokemon cards like, yo, Eminem, I choose you. You know what I'm saying? And now it's a big argument about who's who and what's what. You can't critique or criticize no component of no artist because the person personally identified with the boy. And it's like, yo, now you just said something. It's like, yo,
Mm-hmm.
now we removing the capacity to have an intellectual conversation about an intellectual art form
Mm-hmm.
because we're dealing with it like a bunch of hood cats, and that's not the space for it, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so I think it's important that we understand that we can look at Eminem, his body of work, his career. We can look at any artist. We should look at every artist
Mm-hmm.
and be able to, honestly analyze it, devoid of the fanfare.
Right.
Not to have to every time we talk about it, it's like it's a personal attack and affront on you who love all of his music and bought all of his product and feel personally connected to their product design.
Mm-hmm.
It is legitimately looking at the grandeur of that artist body of work. And if we remove calling people goats and the best and the number one in art, then we can have a discussion about somebody's body of work without somebody feeling challenged to defend whether they were worthy to be, you know what I mean? Like, are they as good as this guy, or is this guy better than that guy? And the metrics that people are generating to explain whether somebody's better or not generally have no real basis on artistic values.
Right.
Yeah,
now
Gabe,
Hollywood now
Gabe. I told you we sort of go on a roller coaster.
Listen, so now Hollywood says no, I'm talking about technical masters, not just rappers.
All right, well, even when we talk technical mastery, you heard. I think that. Say again.
No, I'm saying what's up to Sam and the other folks. Build skills in the building.
And pardon me, everybody. I can't see all y'all comments as they rocking, so I'm just trying to move over what I see. So I'm big on speaking directly to y'all in the comments, man. I think that's what's special about the internet and these sorts of podcasts, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, man, at Finally TV, Gabe, but because it gives us this very unique opportunity to not only be seen by other hip hoppers who appreciate what we do,
right?
But what's really special about now times is that we had the capacity to speak directly to you. You know what I mean? Right. It's not, it's not, where I'm on like MTV and I'm just talking to Ed Lover or Dr. Dre and we bugging out, chopping it up. Right. And only thing that you really left with as a viewer is the impression that I've given through them as a medium. Right. Now we have the opportunity, the capacity to directly field y'all questions and, really have an opportunity to connect on a better level, man. I'm really excited about that. I think that's important.
Yeah.
Once again, to the question, though, I think that if we're talking about Eminem as a technical MC, I think that he has particular components of MCing technically. Oh man, that boy ain't nothing to play with. You heard? You know what I mean? But I think that what a lot of people don't understand, why some people say he's not even all of that, right? And I wouldn't fall into that category, but I would say that I understand why they say that very much. And the reason why people say that is because what Eminem lacks is a bop. You heard? Every so often you get into a bop, depending on what the beat is, right? But he's more of a technical MC.
Right.
And because he's more of a technical MC, it lacks the bop that makes hip hop, makes you do this when you hear the rap, like, that bop that make Greg Nice, even though Greg Nice is not lyrically
on the level of Eminem, but
he's not a powerhouse lyrically. Right. You heard?
Right.
But Greg Nice is nice.
Right. You got, lack of a better
term.
Hey,
yo, Dizzy Gillespie played the sax. Me, myself, I love Jax. But you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, yo, how that shit went. You know what I mean? But it got a bop. You heard? The way Slick Rick jump on stage and hit you with treat them like a prostitute. What? Don't treat no girlie well until you show her to school. Because all they do is the hurt and trample. Listen, homeboy, here comes my first example. It's a bop, yo. It's a bop. That's what makes songs rock, right?
A lot of your contemporaries had that, though. I think that was a must back when. You couldn't.
You had to have a bop.
You had to. You know what I'm
saying? You had to have, because you had to do this.
It was a different world back then. Now they're not in the clubs listening. They're not on the street. They're not at the party listening. They're not, like you had mentioned to me last year about, there's no curators out here like a Ron G and a SNS and all these guys throwing parties and stuff. Now it's just playlists and such, and it's weird EDM parties with a lot of Molly at it. Like it's different nowadays. So the way it's being consumed has definitely affected the type of artist that can actually grow and prosper in today's climate. You know what I mean? So that's it's a fascinating conversation, because it's something that you could just continue to talk about, because it morphs into other things and more things. But so the bottom line is, you don't think, and this is going back now 40 minutes, Kim, but bottom line is, okay, yeah, 40 minutes, okay.
Told you.
You do not like the question of Eminem or Rakim greater rapper, because it's not an apples and apples comparison.
I don't like that. I reject the question because hip
In
hop is
two
an art
sentences.
form and it is not. It's not subject to uh sport level.
Boom. That's it.
It's not a sport. It's art, and art doesn't do competition. Art is
Mm,
just dope, and if you like it and appreciate it, and if it resonates with you, and if you feel it, and if what
mm-hmm.
Sun say make you like, yo, if that got you out the bed and made you go to work that day because you was feeling like giving up, or Sun said this line in the rhyme that
Right.
Son, then say less. Like what is we talking about? And
Right.
that is the best rapper
Right.
for you,
Right.
and that's good enough. And like
Mhm.
that's the part we be missing. Like, yo, son, your opinion, like the king opinion about what he think, whether it's
Mhm.
Eminem or whether he think it's Rakim,
Mhm.
whether if he think it's Eminem, he right for
Mhm.
him. You
Sure.
heard? And he could talk about his taste and how he engages that. And we could
Sure.
felt. Let me give you a quick story. So I got this brother, man. I'm gonna do Eddie Purvis, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Put his whole name out there real quick. But my dude Eddie, man, we grew up together, right? And Eddie was 7 Day Adventist, no, Jehovah's Witness. Jehovah's
uh-huh.
Witness.
Uh-huh.
And at that time of my life, I was just one of these people that was trying to be learned, you know what I mean? But I was just learning about everything, you know what I'm saying? Um and Eddie was heavy with his 7 day, I mean with his Jehovah's Witness jump off, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But that was my friend that I grew up with. That's my man's. And that Jehovah's Witness would make you an outcast low key. You know what I'm saying? And he was that, but we all have fun. He was still, we still one of the gang. You know what I mean? Just
Right.
one of the
Right.
more out of fringe gang.
Mhm.
And so now we're adults, blase blah. And I happen to see Eddie, you know what I'm saying? And we walking out the buildings, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And when I see him, I'm like, hey, yo, Ed, what up, son? He like, hey, Pop, what up? That's my nickname. He's like, yo, Pop, what up? I'm like, ain't nothing, man. I'm like, yo, how Jehovah treating you?
Mhm.
So, so of course, he thinks I'm teasing at him.
Right.
He's like, come on, man. I said, yo, son, how is Jehovah treating you?
Uh-huh.
How is Jehovah good in your life right now, son? Just because I'm not Jehovah's Witness don't mean I can't fellowship in the greatness of God. You see him that way, son.
Mhm.
I see him the way I see him. But
Right.
God is great. Yeah, the universe is great. The ancestors is great. Nature is great. So I'm asking you about how you connect to the higher source. How is it, man? And yo, this feeling of relief washed over his face of an understanding and acceptance that, son, I don't have to be you. I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to fellowship. Like I don't have to pray like you to fellowship with you. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Our
Mhm.
commonality is hip hop. We love hip hop. So we want hip hop. Hip hop is more important than individual artists and all of that, right?
Mhm.
So we want that above all else to be safe and to keep that safe. We have to be mindful of the phrasing and the words that we use and how we frame a conversation, because what happens is it sends us down a negative road. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? And that negative road is we make comparisons and they art form, and we take it, we turn it into pugilism. And hip hop is a grand intellectual pursuit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, we out here looking at young black men and women being looked upon as if they're uh 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 undereducated, unintelligent, incapable. Meanwhile,
Right.
these young kids living in the slums and tattered buildings of the Bronx in the 70s and early 80s developed what is now $1 billion industry by not by beating on cans, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Not by boogalooing, although that is one for us as well, right? But
Mhm.
they did it with a mastery of the English vocabulary to the extent that they had a capacity to add to the English vernacular.
Right.
This is what we're talking about. We're not talking about Tyson versus what's boy name he gonna fight right now?
Jake Paul.
Jake. Yeah, we're not talking about that. You know what I'm saying? We talking about artists that are doing things that Rakim said, standing by the speaker, suddenly I had this. Fever wasn't either, neither. Summer madness. But I just can't stand around. So the closer I get, the better it sounds. My mind starts to activate, dream, and imaginate. When I heard this beat, I just had to make something from the top of my head. So I fell into the groove of the wax and I said, how can I move the crowd? First of all, ain't no mistakes allowed.
Right.
Here's the instructions.
Say that too. These are
Put
all
it
lyrics,
together.
by the way, everybody, in case you were wondering.
You understand what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
Like, when you think about this, like, so we gonna compare Eminem, who said, yo, I stabbed him, I slapped him in the face with an eraser, chased him with a stapler, told him to change the grade on the paper. Yo, do you listen to the
wordplay in there? Yeah.
It's disgusting. I know where it comes from, but it's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Right. No, he's nice with it, bro. All right. I'm off that, Kim. You ready for this? Here's what I want to ask you, because we're both of a particular age. So I like to disseminate good information across the internet. You know, this gets played across the world, brother. You know what I mean? It's going to get replayed in 191 countries. Shout out to Village Global Network. This show is brought to you by Finally TV and the Village Global Network, powered by Zeno.fm, with additional monitoring by Online Radio Box. So that means that when everybody's paperwork's right and everything's good and we place music on here, it gets credited and you get your credit for the spins and all that stuff. So that's the beauty of the Village Global Network and playing music on there. So when it gets replayed on the network, you know, you should be seeing something from that, because today we are going to debut some Kool Kim music, because we talk about it so much today. We've talked about so much hip hop and so much goodness. How can we let a whole show go and not play some hip hop? So
yes.
Before we do that, and that's a little teaser, healthy habits, brother. What is one? Now, I'm going to cut you off if you go too far.
Okay?
Please. But what is one very important thing that you have learned in life to keep the physical in good shape with the mental?
You know, find something fun to do that you enjoy doing. That's like, yo, I would do this under any circumstance. You know, I would do this under any circumstance. Like, I love this.
Right.
You know, so I'm heavy with the gym, right? But gym is a work, and I don't want to work out. I want to have fun exercising and being active, because ultimately that's what it is. We getting older now. I'm 52. Sure. I'll be 53 in April 29th. But you know, for me, I picked up pickleball, and that was like this game I play. You know, I think we talked about it before, but pickleball is this awesome sport. It's like if tennis and ping pong had a illegitimate child, it would be pickleball.
Right.
And I play that for hours, and that's high intensity. Like you gonna, you know, you coming home sore, like
Okay.
But you know, your body's in shape, you're in tune, you're moving, your reflexes is active, you know, your balances, coordination, like that. Those are important as we get older.
Sure.
So I think that, you know, finding something that you like, that, you know, you would do that activity, if it's dancing, if it's hiking, if it's, you know, don't try to follow everybody else's thing. Find something that you actually like, and that if you had to just go there and do it by yourself, you would do it.
Right.
And then just be active, man. Like, we can't live this life from a chair. You gotta get out there. You know what I'm saying? And I think that if you're active, you'll eat better. If you eat better, blah blah blah, and all that. You know.
No, I'm with you 100%. And I was gonna go there too. It's just that it's along the lines of just staying active, like you were saying with the exercise, but like it's the simple things where, like, you know, when I see older people, you know, senior citizens older than us, you know, they complain a lot about, you know, getting up and like literally physically getting out the bed or getting out the car, how it's an issue, you know. And it's like, that's the part that, you know, sometimes, not all the times, you can actually get ahead of that stuff just by staying active and like stretching and just making a conscious effort to actually, you know, do a calisthenic where it takes you to the ground and you got to get up on your feet and touch over your head and get back down on the floor. Those work wonders for your body. It gets your mind right. You know, you put yourself in a better frame of mind because you're going to be releasing endorphins and all that stuff when you do like little efforts like that. They all help. So that's what would be my advice. Even for us folk in our 40s and like Kim saying in the 50s, like it's super important to just stay that little bit of active. And but what I like what you said is the part about fun, like to pick something fun that you like to do. I think
Yeah,
that's
like if you like the
that's
ball,
key.
then ball, you know what I'm
That's
saying? Play a
key.
little
Yeah,
racquetball, you know what I'm
that's
saying?
key.
Like, you know, things
Yeah.
that and then and then of course, way leads on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Being that, you go out there and now you playing pickleball. That's what for us, me and my family picked up pickleball. My
Mm-hmm.
whole family picked it up.
Mm-hmm.
So, me and my son, we gonna be playing tomorrow morning. We, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We
that's
ain't been on
good.
the court for a couple of weeks because I wasn't my shoulder was hurting.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was from benching too heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Gotcha.
was trying to hit my personal record of 315.
Ooh, look at
And so,
you.
I'm pushing
Show,
too hard on my
showing
shoulders.
off.
I got 52-year-old shoulders. They not with it. You know what I mean?
He's showing off, y'all.
So finding something that you can enjoy. Because like you say, I will just take a walk. That's easy. But it's like, I don't feel like walking around this block.
Right, right,
You understand what I'm
right.
saying? I don't feel like having to go someplace, you know what I'm saying, to go, what I mean? You want to just get it in, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, I picked up boxing. I loved boxing. Boxing
Yeah,
was a lot of fun. You know what I'm
hell
saying? And
yeah.
it made me feel very confident as an
Mhm.
individual. You know what I mean?
Sure, sure, and that goes a
I'm
long
you
way.
know, yeah, I mean I jumped out of plane,
Mhm.
you know what I mean?
Oh,
And
you did it?
so, huh?
That's something on, I don't know if it's on my bucket list, but it's something that I would do given the opportunity.
I would say this. Let me ask yo, real talk, King.
Yeah.
I would never jump out of plane again in my life.
What
Unless I
happened?
have to jump out of plane again. You know what I'm saying? But if I can avoid doing said thing, and I really wanted to learn how to do the squirrel suit thing when they be
Uh,
flying and be like,
yeah,
shh.
right, right, right,
I didn't want to go to my grave without doing that. I'm gonna
right.
keep it
Okay,
tall with you.
okay.
But after having jumped out of plane, yo, anytime I see something with heights now, I'm like,
Right.
because
Really?
I know what it feels like. I know what it is to jump out of plane. Like I know
Oh,
the
wow.
feeling of being like, ah, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
Ah.
bro, I say all that to
Uh,
say, right? I say all that to say, if you have any thought
mhm,
of jumping out of a plane,
mhm.
take my word for it as someone who has done it and told you he will never do it again. To at the very first opportunity you
Uh-huh.
get to jump out of a plane, jump out that MFN plane, bro.
Did you have to do the
Jump out that
tandem jump?
plane, King.
Did you have to do the tandem thing?
I do the
We
tandem thing, and let me just tell you something, bro. I spent that entire
how
descent
how
trying to
long was it?
convince
A
this
couple
dude
minutes?
of how cool of a guy I am, just to be sure that he wouldn't just be like they got these little clickety clacks that they just them little click things that be like, hold on a
Yeah.
second, I'll
Yeah, I
show
know.
you what they got, yo.
The
I can
the
find these
plastic
things, yo.
interlock thing. Yeah, yeah. The buckle,
I
the
can't find.
plastic
I'm not gonna be
buckle.
able to find them easy
The
as the
plastic
thought.
buckle.
The
The
little
plastic
buckles, though,
buckle.
you know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
talking about.
Yeah. What are you talking
That's all I'm connected to do by.
about?
I'm like, yo, this is it's a lot of faith, yo. This is a lot of trust. This is a lot of love. It's a lot. So I'm trying to keep this dude laughing, and I want him to be my best bud, bro. Come on, man.
That's hilarious, bro. um,
It was critical, but like I say, man, that in and of itself is an hour conversation, just talking about that experience. But what I would say is this, in life, man, one thing that I'm real scared about, man, is having regrets. Like
mhm.
I don't want to be no old dude on no deathbed talking about what I wish I did and I should have been here and why I ain't try this out and I was listening to like Yo, fam, everybody out here listening to me, man. If anything I'm talking about resonates, or if you find this interview of any value, man, and you just chilling and you just tapped in, man, and you just happen to be blessed to hear this thing that I'm gonna say to you now,
Mm-hmm.
then act on it, which is, yo, man, live this life, King. This is only one of them. This is it, yo. If you
Yeah,
don't
man.
get it right this time, man, yo, King, and it's over, B. Even if you get another to do over, it ain't going to, even if you had a do over, you don't remember the last one. So what's good of it?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And
Right.
even if you get a do over, you're not going to be you in this situation. You're trying to win in this situation.
Right.
And so, I just want to impart that to everybody in the midst of the levity and the vibes and kicking it, man, here on Finally TV
Oh,
with my
that's dope,
brother
man.
Gabe, representing to the fullest,
That's
saying?
it. I appreciate you.
That, you know, make it a point to live this life intentionally, man. Don't get caught up in this rat race, ant
Mm,
farm business, man. Be alive, yo. Do things that make you feel alive, and don't try to get it validated through the freaking peanut gallery, man. The hell with them cats, man. Go do your thing. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? You be laying on your deathbed thinking about all of the loving that you didn't get, all of the people that you didn't dance with, the homeboys you ain't hug, and the people you ain't call, and the folks you didn't thank, and the places you didn't go to, and the things you didn't touch, and the things you believe, but you never even respected them enough to go and actually go look for yourself to see if these things was real with your
mm,
own two eyes.
mm,
Like
mm,
that's not living. Your living is being able to laugh at the depth of your soul, thinking about the most embarrassing story that ever happened to you in your life, you
mm,
know, but saying, yo, that's a hell of an adventure I had, you know what I mean? And
mm, mm.
that's what life is, man. And to fall on your face, but you fall forward. So you always moving forward, you know what I mean? And,
Most
to be fearless enough to be foolish, you know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
And to be strong enough to defy what everybody else says and thinks in the
Mm-hmm.
interest of being happy and enjoying this life, yo. Word up, man. So,
You
yo,
heard it
jump
here.
out that plane, you know what I'm saying?
We go
I
to
jumped in the boxing ring and I sparred, you know what I mean? If you make me mad, I'll fight you. But would I just
Right.
jump in the ring for somebody I ain't mad at to fight him?
Yeah. Right.
And I did that. You know what I mean? I had that experience, man. You can't tell me I ain't do that.
Okay. There
You,
you is.
you,
You like
you know what
that?
I'm saying?
Did you enjoy it?
Huh?
Did you enjoy that experience?
Yeah, because I won. Because if I had lost, I wouldn't even have mentioned it.
At least we keeping it real on what we talking about today. Every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Yo, listen. So one of the tracks that you sent me, it says it's too big for me to play. It's over 30 megs. I don't know why it's so big. But the other one, the plan is ready to go. You want to play
Let's
this
do
song
it,
again?
Show. Can I give you a quick bumper for it before we
Of
even get
course.
into it?
Of course.
Yo, this joint is done. It's called the Plan. It's by my boys, SOB Stars of Beyond. Shout out to C Bugs and Eclipse. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, they actually came down here to Augusta, Georgia for my event called Beats and Bars Barbecue, which I did last year, March 28th. I just about in the whim just want to have a barbecue at my house and invite everybody down.
Mm-hmm.
And so I decided I'm gonna do it again this year, April 26th to the 28th. So definitely check for that. We'll talk about that in a second. But
Okay.
these two brothers came down, man. They drove 13 hours from New Hampshire all the way down here to Augusta, Georgia to come vibe with me and have a good time and
Oh,
dance and
okay.
rap and kick it and just vibe.
Uh,
And it was so much fun and so much adventure. And while they
yeah.
was here, we did this song. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And it's called The Plan.
Mhm.
And this year, I happened to fly up to New Hampshire to hang out with them
Okay.
because that's what Beats and Bars Barbecue begets. You know what I mean? You meet people and you create friendships and relationships and you
Network.
hang out, man. So
Mhm.
I flew up from Augusta to New Hampshire. I think New Hampshire, Connecticut, and New Hampshire, one of them two, to hang out with them. And we shot the video. And so it's just come out now and it's called The Plan and
Wait,
it's
there's a
dope.
video
And
out right now?
yeah, the video's out. It's on YouTube now, so you can
It
check out for
is?
Stars of Beyond, and you can see the video there, man. You know what I'm
Hold
saying?
on, man, because I was about to play the MP3. We ain't gonna do that if they got the actual joint out.
Oh yeah. Let's do that then. Yeah. What am I thinking? Look how y'all, I'm whack, yo. Look
Come
at
on,
me.
man. Come on,
Look at
man.
me. I suck, yo. Okay. I'm tripping. We had a nice conversation about this earlier too. I just been running ragged, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm building a garden, like that. So I've been just like I'm like sick, knee
Okay.
deep in the dirt.
Hold up. Don't play yet. Play yet.
Yeah, it should be SOB the plan. I'm gonna look to see if I see it real quick. Make sure we on the same page with this.
I got it. Let me share this.
Yeah, if you put SOB Kool Kim, you'll get it.
I got it.
Oh, you got it?
Present.
Oh, you got
Share
it, yo.
screen. Oh, I got it.
Hey, yo, we got it, y'all.
All right, so
All
let me
right, good.
share that.
That's what's up.
Let me put this into this mode so it'll be bigger. Let me throw this on the screen for y'all. And like I say, just Facebook. Let me tell you one more time with my own mouth again, because you're not gonna cut me off. This show is brought to you by Finally TV and the Village Global Network, powered by Zeno.fm, with additional monitoring by Online Radio Box. Do not play with me. We're gonna play this. Ready? Boom. We're gonna full screen it. Yo, so this is I love this. Stars of Beyond, the plan, featuring my man right here, Kool Kim. Check it out, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yo, Eclipse,
We'll
I'm
raise
tired of
this
this,
up.
man. Feel you, bro. Fuck this shit, yo. Tell them, Bugs. Yo. Let them know. Hey, yo, our trajectory is off, King. You can smell it in the air, the hairs on the back of my neck. The shit is not right. My advice, take a step back. Okay. Downshift, reset. Put it back in focus, for we too elusive. We've been taking too many L's lately. It's not conducive. Hope and dreams equal false promises without the paperwork. Some nigga shit we got jerked. Like masturbation just over our wallets and claiming kids on his axis. Then took the funds like it was child services. Lesson learned, never no more. From here on out, we only dealing with the real ones. Feel me, son? Fuck the hypocrites, not no sucker shit. Nothing ever comes of it.
The plan was to get it and set it off like Jada Pinkett. Gave them the benefit of the doubt until they turned out wicked. Enlisted a few bitches who ended up sticking their nose in someone's business. Lord, as my witness, as of today, we're finished. I identify as transparent and invisible. No time for you damn Karens, always acting miserable. It's principle. I display exquisite work ethics. I'm an SOB. What else would you expect from our first record? High in the cockpit, trying to drop missiles. Time to prove to the world we hot shit. No Scotch issues. You got issues. We'll take it up with management. But those who did us dirty, prepare for emotional damages.
Check out everything prepared, leaves all neutralized. That's the plan. Check out everything prepared, leaves all neutralized. That's the plan.
Hey, yo, Eclipse fam.
Yeah.
You know what we gotta do.
The impossible.
Because already know that it's logical. The next step
Enlist in the legendary.
so true. The brother automatically is crew.
And very necessary to guide us in the direction.
Facts, bro, believe in us when nobody would. No second guess.
Lessons to the king who mentored you and me. What's your take in it? New York oil from the UMC.
Well, based on my perspective and my understanding of your objective, the manpower and what's demanded of your collective. The ones who empower don't disrespect it, they elevate it and make it greater. And if it's broken, they will correct it. Yeah, I ain't lying, I'm trying to find it. Cats, you can see the silver lining. Yeah, fired up, fire igniting. That's why I'm trying, searching for those who strike like lightning. Yeah, it's a marathon, not a long walk. Yeah, this is action, niggas, it's all talk. Hey, I don't do this to fall short. Homie, we play no games, yo, this is all sport. When you realize you compromise the imminent end, when you realize that you compromised by limited friends, being lighted, don't get gassed and suicided. Just do without it, face forward and keep fighting. Yeah, well, y'all, look, nigga, let me roll out, man. I got some shit to do. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck with y'all niggas later, though. All right, then.
Yeah, Kim. Yeah. So that was Stars of Beyond featuring Kool Kim. The song is called The Plan. Nice job over there. Let me turn this off. Now I got a commercial playing in my ear. Yo, shout out to you and that. I like that. That was entertaining, sir.
Yeah, it was cool, man. It's a nice little fun joint, you know what I'm saying? Just roll off and just do something real quick. Have a good time, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna collab with your peoples, you should do something fun and interesting and different.
Yeah,
So,
no,
that's what we just did, you know what I mean? It's cool.
I think it's dope because, like I said to you, when you asked me, "Yo, can we play some joints?" and I was beside myself that you would even ask me. I can't believe you didn't assume that. But the reason being is because of what you just said. And to me too, you just introduced Stars of Beyond to this whole group here, this whole section. I had no idea who they were, man. You know what I mean? So to me, that's super dope. And I know somebody in my audience here and the supporters that we got, I know one of them liked it. You know what I mean? So now they're gonna go check for Stars of Beyond. And that's what I like. That's what it's all about. You know, it's creating that network, creating some awareness, putting that little spotlight on things that deserve it, that warrant it, that just demand it basically at the end of the day. So salute to you, man. That's dope, man. And I love that there's a whole story behind it, that they went down to Georgia, got the barbecue popping, and you got to go back up there and all that. So that video looked like you had fun doing it.
Yeah, hip hop is a shared experience, and also just as a matter of business practice, you know, aside from our friendship, you know what I mean? Because there's a friendship,
Sure.
obviously, that, I've developed with these two cats that is directly, is a result of, them coming through and kicking in, being on, just internet and all of that, right?
Right.
But there's also, like I said, as a matter of business, somebody thinks enough of me as an MC to say, hey, Kool Kim, I'd like you to be on my music that I'm making for myself and
Right.
my dreams of being a rapper. And I think that this is gonna win. And and I saw in my artistic vision Kool Kim in my song. Then it requires that, to me, I should do as much as I can to support that, especially if all the particulars have been met. If I say, yo, well, this is what it costs for me to go to work, and you meet that requirement or whatever, then yeah, man, I should be introducing you to people whenever I have opportunity and talking about dope people, because that's the thing too, man. Like, it becomes like we're not doing enough talking about just great artists and be like, yo, this dude is dope, son. Like, so and so is dope. We just
Right.
talking about who popular so we could fit into the group thing. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. No, you I'll leave you with this, and I want to thank everybody for tapping in today. Today was a dope show. I had a really good time with my man right here, Kool Kim. I was telling Hollywood last week that when we spoke the first time and we had a nice IG conversation, you had asked me what I was thinking about with hip hop, and I was like, man, I just don't like it. It's not it. It's just not it anymore, and you rebutted that. And that's when we got into the conversation about, well, you used to have curators and you don't have them anymore. So you have to go mine for it and know where to look nowadays. And quite honestly, I've gone back to that conversation quite a few times in future conversations, because because it made so much sense to me when you said it, I'm able to spit it out, in my way. You know what I mean? And the message in it is true. You know what I mean? We don't have the SNSs, the Ron G's, the Dirty Harrys, even the Clues. You know what I mean? We don't have that nowadays as the very fabric of the culture anymore. In the hood, do we still have the DJ? Yeah, I guess, but it's not like what it used to be. They're not the ones that are breaking music now. Now it's the Instagram DJ. You know what I'm saying? It's those guys. It's the guys that have the playlist that has 1 million followers on it. That's the one, that's the one that's making and breaking records now. You know what I mean? Or at least debuting them, right? So I thought that was super dope of you when we had that conversation. And I've actually, I've found some people that I like by going and just listening to things now. And I made a joke on my Instagram a couple months ago. I said, yo, y'all are in trouble now because I'm actually scrolling my Instagram with the volume on. So,
Right. I seen when you post that up too. I seen that. I seen that. But that's the thing. Listen, bro. When you were a kid, 12-year-old Gabe, 14-year-old Gabe, 15-year-old Gabe. Gabe is now solid hip hop at this point, right? Yeah. All right. Cool. If 15-year-old Gabe was to suddenly pop up on his screen to talk with us by some miracle of modern
Technology.
world shaping alternative
Right.
reality metaverse
Marvel Universe.
multiverse whatever else combined, right?
Yeah. Right.
If
Salute DLP. Salute. Shout out
he were
Corey.
to see you right now
Hmm.
and you were to tell him about the things that you get to do
Hmm.
through this medium, finally TV, what would he think of you?
He would think I'm a messiah right now
You
because
think you're what?
he would think I'm a messiah right now.
The
He would think,
Messiah?
yeah, he would think that I'm the coolest person on the planet because when I was doing my thing, there was no me doing this, trying to shed light, share with it, create a network, show you to him, introduce you to her, and make it go. I would have thought that that was super cool because that was the major thing that 15 to 22-year-old Gabe was missing, was somewhere to go to be heard so that I could understand where to go next because I had no idea. That's me
And it's
personally.
crazy. So you became what you needed,
I
right?
did. That's exactly why I did what I did.
And those are the things that we can't forget, King.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like this is why you're in this culture. It's
Mhm.
because the part that resonated with you is transcendent of just the boom bap.
Correct.
There's a part in there that said, "Yo, I'm Gabe. I'm attracted to the boom bap.
Mhm.
I'm attracted to this culture and this lifestyle.
Mhm.
But I want representation and I want to be seen there.
Mhm.
I want to feel seen in this
Mhm.
culture,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna try to be seen in this culture
Mhm.
because I love it so much. And
Mhm.
one of the reasons I love it so much is because I wholeheartedly believe in my capacity to be seen
Mhm.
in this
Mhm.
culture. You see what
It's a
I'm saying?
genuine love. It's a genuine love for real though. You
Yeah.
know.
And so if you're blessed to feel that way, King,
Mhm. Mhm.
that's the part that we gotta always function through. You know what I
Sure.
mean? Like I really
Absolutely.
love rhyming. Like I really love rhyming, man. Like I
Mhm.
don't care. Like there's always the arguments, who's the better this, and I'm
Mhm.
nicer this, you nicer
Right,
than
right.
that, whatever.
Right.
I would tell you, I just really love rhyming.
And that's what's dope
I,
about you. I told you that.
yeah, man, I just really love putting words together and hearing
Mhm.
things just, and you come up with something clever or meaningful or deep or even hurtful that like hurts you, brings
Right.
emotion out of you.
Yeah. That's the best stuff.
That's an amazing ability to have, bro.
Mhm.
So, you know, um, when I was making music with a chip on my shoulder and all this other shit and trying to be about some cause, for the real hip hop and for the boom bap and for the backpackers, and like,
Right.
nah, I'm straight on all that. You know what I'm saying? I know who I am and where I'm from.
That's it.
I just want to make music, man. I just want to rhyme. So I'm just
Mhm.
gonna rhyme. And
Mhm.
when I let go all that negativity, this is what it really amounted to, right?
Mhm.
And just concentrate on what I love about the situation that I find myself in.
Mhm.
Been nothing but love ever since, man. And so many great things have found their way to me. You know what I'm saying? Up
Mhm.
and including
Mhm.
my appearance here, my second appearance here on
Mhm.
Finally TV with my brother Gabe. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
As we
Appreciate you.
settle in for a landing, yes,
Yes, sir.
I would like to take a moment to thank all of the people watching. You know what I'm saying? Because those of y'all that sat and kicked it and vibed and was in the comment section and just vibing to this discussion as well, as y'all doing something important because an artist like me is one of them artists that deals with hip hop a little differently than what you're generally going to hear people talk about it, right?
Mhm.
And I think that we living in a time when, we're starting to get in this real like dystopian sort of, animal farmish. Yo, you don't get to say stuff. Watch how you talk. Orson
Right.
Welles.
The sensitivity's up. Mhm.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? They figured out a way to control society with society with
Mhm.
canceling people. You heard? And so it's just dope that you got people that are still loving this thing and are willing to engage it from an intellectual point of view, fun point of view. We gotta make hip hop fun again, y'all.
Absolutely.
That's why you love this music. It's not because you live out your thug iterations. You love hip hop because De La Soul gave you 3 feet high and rising and let your little weird ass feel special. You know what
Listen,
I'm saying?
listen.
You love it because, Run DMC, put you on the what color, which version of the Adidas you should be getting.
Peter Piper
Not the
picked peppers.
sports ones, ma, the shell toes. You're killing me. You know? But this is what these people done for you. And
Yeah.
so that's why you love it. You love it because, Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince said parents just don't understand. That's why you love it.
Mm-hmm.
You loved it because it was special and it captured your wonder with magic and mystery. Hip hop did that. It was
Mm-hmm.
magical. It
Mm-hmm.
was magical, bro. It was a mysterious and wonder. And you peer into all these different lives and the way they told these stories. And that's what you loved. And it was the fun. It was fun. It was fun to be up at 12 o'clock at night, put together a
Yeah.
pause tape. It was fun
The
to go to
pause.
school the next morning, Monday morning, and talk about Saturday Night Live with Eddie Murphy and Joe Capiscopo and them,
Mm-hmm.
and then talk about whatever they played on Rap Attack with Molly Moore or
Look at
Red
you.
Alert Show
Look at
or on
you.
Teddy Ted, Special K, Awesome 2, Wild
Mm-hmm.
Man Steve,
Mm-hmm.
any of them joints that was playing. It was fun. It was
Exactly.
fun to go to the record store. It was fun.
Yeah.
Make hip hop fun again. Stop trying to, get your masculine thing because you really soft, but you want to identify with the toughest rap group out there because if you rap they songs and screw your face up enough, then maybe you can conceal yourself and chameleon yourself like a
Mm-hmm.
chameleon
And,
in
and
the in
and
the,
not
in the
get found
vibes of
out,
that.
and then end up being a turnout. Yeah, we know those too.
And they get turned upside down. But hey, at least you like that group. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying like what you like. You heard? Like don't get it twisted. But I'm just saying, man,
Absolutely.
don't
Absolutely.
stop forgetting why you love this thing and why you love this thing is because it brings you so much fun and
It,
joy, and
it's
you
that
should
emotion.
engage it from there and stop worrying about who the best is. Stop worrying about who getting money. Stop worrying about who's sleeping with who. Right, but yo, man, let me hear something fly, man. Give me a high 16, man. We getting on the road. Let me hear something.
She's
That's
a
all I
dope
care
thing.
about, man. If you
It's
ain't
a
killing
love
it, don't
thing.
want to hear nothing. Don't do that long talk about. I don't care about all of that, man. I just want to hear something dope. Let me
I don't blink.
recite something. Put something in the put your
I,
phono jack in there, or tap into the
run me
Bluetooth.
this beat and kick that rhyme over it.
Get busy, man. Let me hear something. Play
Shout
that
out,
new joint you made. Let me hear some. I
shout
love
out
hip hop.
Shout out to Greece, Turkey, Saudi Arabia tapping in, Portugal tapping in. We really do appreciate y'all listening and taking this thing forward. Finally, TV is what we talking about. We spent a whole 90 something minutes with Kool Kim today as co-hosting the show, episode 2 of the season, so 2 of many. I can't wait, man. It's a long road, but like you're saying, this show is a lot of fun to do, and I look forward to Tuesdays. I look forward to spending time with y'all. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Usually I have it up on Instagram too running, but for some reason today the software said, nah, you got Kool
Yeah, I
Kim on
noticed.
today. Yeah, it didn't want to go on Instagram. It's still sitting there loading it. I don't know why.
It's
So
crazy.
technology will be technology, but we were on Facebook and YouTube the whole time, and it will get sent across the world next Tuesday and every Tuesday, 9 a or 12 p.m. and 12 p.m. on Wednesday. They hear Voice of the Valley. So I got 2 shows on the Village Global Network. So shout out to that and them. Shout out to the sponsors. We had House of Barbers, as always, and All Creek Concrete Placement LLC. Shout out to Stars of Beyond and their new song with Kool Kim called The Plan. You go ahead, run those numbers up on YouTube. It's out there.
Yes,
Just do
sir.
Stars of Beyond, or you could do Kool Kim, The Plan. It all comes up either way. But go tap that like on that. Show them a little love. And maybe check out the rest of the discography. You never know. But we are done. We are concluded here, ending on a very high note. And I do want to say on air, sir, thank you. And I appreciate all your time and efforts today, and your contribution is very much appreciated. So thanks, man.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, Gabe. Thanks for having me on. I just want to really quick fast say Ramadan Mubarak to all my brothers and sisters in Islam that are celebrating Ramadan right now. You know what I'm saying? I would also like to tell everybody check me out on koolkimumc.com, KOOLKIMUMC.com. And yo, come to my event Beats and Bars Barbecue here in Augusta, Georgia, April 26th to the 28th is at my house.
All
All
right.
right. And it's so much fun and it's so hip hop and it's so comfortable and you'll have a great time if you're a cool person. Go there and I have a mixtape out right now. It's called The 1 Minute Takedown. Season 1 is done compiled by DJ Livewire.
All right.
So go there, you can download it for free. Yeah.
No excuses.
So there's no reason not to check it out. But if you feel compelled because it was so dope, you want to add on, you could do that too.
Yep.
But you know, but enjoy it because I want people to hear dope hip hop and have fun again with it. So once again, Gabe, I want to thank you for having me on. I had a great time talking to you as always.
Yes, sir.
And I thank you for the opportunity. And I look forward to speaking to you and all of the people here at Finally TV.
Yes, sir.
All the sponsors, all your good peoples out there.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you, brother.
It's time to go.
Y'all enjoy the rest of your week. Yo, this guy. It might not be the last time you see this brother on the show, but y'all be good. Y'all be well. Finally TV. Shout out to Angie. Shout out to King Blackout, Kool Kim, everybody who watched this show, everybody who's gonna watch the show in the future. Salute to y'all. Peace.
Peace.